Good evening, everyone, and welcome back. I'm so glad that you are taking the time to spend a little bit of time with me and reading a little bit. And each day it's a different story, so I'm really happy that you are coming back every single time. And today we're going to be reading another book that I really enjoy, and I know that other students have enjoyed. This is a book about a character named Ruthie who finds something at the beginning of the story, and she tells a little lie, but it's still a lie, and she has to figure out what she needs to do in order to fix the problem that she has created. And so some of you might have already read it, and if you have, that's great. If not, this is going to be a new story for you. Max and Mitzi, so Mitzi right over here and Max right over here, have read this story before with me. This is a story that I've obviously have read out loud to them, and so they're going to be joining us today again. As you can see, they're always ready for a nap. We went for an extra long walk today, and so they did their best to keep up and to take in all the fresh air. So I'll be giving them a little treat just for their hard work today. And as you know, Mitzi loves her snacks, and so does Max. Another little surprise that they have hidden right here is Max has, I don't have any more. Max has a special toy that he really enjoys. It kind of looks like him. It's another dachshund. See how long it is? A dachshund, and he's also wearing a red little shirt, which Max is wearing today. He's wearing his red little shirt. This is actually a gift that was given to him from Miss Kumabe. So thank you, Miss Kumabe, Miss Kumabe and Keone for always thinking about Max and Mitzi. And so this reminded her of my dog, so she got them a little gift. And so once again, we're going to be reading a really great story today, and we are going to be reading Ruthie and the Not So Teeny Tiny Lie by Laura Rankin. And I really think it's kind of funny how they have not so in parentheses, which means it's not really a little lie. It could be something bigger. So here we go. Ruthie loved tiny things. The tinier, the better. Her toys were the tiniest, teeniest imaginable. She had dinky dinosaurs, itty-bitty trains, ponies no bigger than your pinky, and teddy bears that were barely there. Ruthie loved finding tiny treasures too. At the beach, she searched for the smallest seashells. The flowers she picked were no bigger than fairy wings. She even had an eggshell from a hummingbird. And this reminds me that when I've gone to the beach, I've also been able to find the teeniest, tiniest little seashells. I'm not sure if you've been able to. And wherever Ruthie went, she carried some teeny thing in her pocket. There she is at the beach. And then here she is on a school bus. One day, at school recess after jump rope and swings, Ruthie took a turn on the twirling bar. When she landed, she saw something in the grass. It was a little box with a teensy window and even tinier button on top. She couldn't believe her luck. What do you think she found? It was a teeny, tiny camera. I don't know if you can see it if you look really closely. There it is. It's a very teeny, tiny camera. Ruthie looked through its little window. Then she pressed the button on top to take a picture. Click! Just like a real camera. This was absolutely the best thing Ruthie had ever found. And it was hers. Click, click. She tried it out every which way. Say cheese, clouds. Click. So let me think about this. If you find something, does that mean that it now belongs to you? Has that ever happened where maybe you're at the playground or at lunch and you find something? Does that mean that because you found it that it belongs to you? Well, in this case, Ruthie thinks it belongs to her. Say cheese, little bug. Click. Say cheese, school. Click. Say cheese, Martin. Click. But Martin didn't say cheese. Martin said, "Hey, that's my camera." And take a look at her. She's enjoying herself, but as soon as she gets to Martin, he's not very pleased with her. Ruthie was startled. That means she was scared, like, oh. "No, it's not. It's mine." "Give it to me," said Martin. "It's mine." "It's not." "Is to." So now they're going back and forth, trying to figure out whose it really belongs to. "No, it's not," shouted Ruthie, and she raced back to class. It sounds like they're in a conflict, which means they can't decide who's right in the situation or who really does it belong to. "What's going on?" said Miss Olson. "Ruthie's got my camera," cried Martin. "I got it for my birthday and I dropped it on the playground." But Ruthie wanted that teeny tiny camera in the worst way. "It's mine," she yelled. "I got it for my birthday." Well, that wasn't true at all. Not one teeny tiny bit. Has that ever happened to you where you really, really wanted something really bad and so you made up maybe a lie about it because you really wanted it? And that's what it sounds like Ruthie is doing. But I wonder how that choice affects Martin. Miss Olson looked at Martin. She looked at Ruthie. "Goodness, this is a problem. The camera can't belong to both of you. I'll keep it safe in my desk drawer for now. Let's talk about it again tomorrow." Ruthie's stomach flip-flopped all the rest of the day. She couldn't remember the answer to 2 plus 2. When Miss Olson read a story, every word flew straight out the window. How do you think she's feeling right now? The bus ride home took forever. "Hi, Ruthie," said Mama. "How was school?" "Okay," mumbled Ruthie. Dinner was macaroni and cheese, Ruthie's favorite, but she couldn't eat. Not one little bite. "Aren't you feeling well?" asked Papa. "I'm not hungry," she said. Or asked Papa. At bedtime, Ruthie was close to tears. So again, we're trying to figure out why now she's feeling this way. "What's the matter?" asked Mama. So Ruthie told Mama and Papa the whole story. "What do you think went wrong?" asked Papa. "I said it was my camera," cried Ruthie, "but it's not." "It's going to be okay," said Papa. "You made a mistake, and tomorrow you can fix it. I think Miss Olson and Martin will understand." Have you ever been in that situation where afterwards you start to reflect on the situation and you think to yourself, "Man, I made a mistake. I shouldn't have said that, or I shouldn't have done that." And remember, these are mistakes. Mistakes are, there's room for you to grow and change that. But the next morning, Ruthie could barely eat. Maybe Miss Olson wouldn't understand. Maybe Ruthie would have to sit in the timeout corner. Maybe Martin would never talk to her again. Maybe no one would ever talk to her again. Not one teeny weeny word. The school bell was about to ring. Ruthie took a deep breath and began the long walk to the front of the room. Miss Olson's desk seemed very far away. And sometimes when we need to make a different choice, it takes a lot of courage to do that, right? Good morning, Ruthie, said Miss Olson. I have something to tell you, said Ruthie in a very small voice. The camera isn't mine. I didn't get it for my birthday. I found it on the playground. Do you think that Martin and Miss Olson will understand? Miss Olson didn't make her sit in the timeout corner. She didn't even look mad. Instead, she gave Ruthie a hug and kissed the top of her head. Thank you for telling the truth, said Miss Olson. That took a lot of courage. I'm very sorry, Martin, said Ruthie. It's okay, said Martin. And this reminds me of our virtue of honesty, where we should be telling the truth, and if we don't tell the truth, it's always courageous and brave of you to come forward and say the truth, because in the end, that's really what's going to help the situation. All at once, Ruthie's stomach stopped flip-flopping. She even skipped a little on the way back to her desk. She got the right answer to 3 plus 7 in math. After lunch, Miss Olson read the funniest story Ruthie had ever heard. And how do you think now she's feeling about telling the truth? Because at the beginning, or in the middle of the story, she wasn't feeling good. She didn't even get to eat dinner. She didn't feel like eating. And now, look at her. She's doing math. She's skipping. She's having a great time with her class. And on the short ride home, Ruthie realized she didn't miss the teeny tiny camera. Not one teeny tiny bit. And that is the end of our story. I really hope that you enjoyed this story as well. It has a really good message about being honest and practicing honesty and always trying to make sure we're making the right choices. And if we don't, there's always a solution to how to fix that. And remember, boys and girls, I truly appreciate that you are coming back every day to come read a story with me. Remember that we love you all so much. We miss you all so much. And you are beautiful just the way you are. And today was a great day, and tomorrow will be an even better day. So thank you for joining so much.